Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Stassi. Thank you so much for being here today. I am so excited. I got the gang here today, and we are going to talk about the new expansion pack, and I'm so excited to dive into it. So thank you, Gons, Disney, and Nard for coming here today.
Of
Hey,
course.
hey.
Hello, hello.
Hello,
Thanks for
hello.
having us.
Yes, of
Glad.
course. Thank you. It's guys, it's been a minute. It's been like 6 months, but
Yeah, it's been a moment.
I cannot wait to dive in, get to, talk about this expansion pack because as I've
Mhm.
literally saying to everybody here, I know nothing. I know it has the heart shape bed. That's
Yes.
I'm literally just buying it for
Ah.
that reason. I don't care about anything else. But I'm
It
sure,
vibrates. Yeah.
and I'm
Mhm.
sure some people may not feel the same way, but as we're gonna get in, we're gonna talk a little bit more. But before we do that, let's do a quick round of introductions. Gons, you go first.
Absolutely. My name is Gons. I am a Sims lore nerd, Sims cook apparently now, and a renovator. My titles have changed a lot since I started this. I was Sims lore nerd, and now apparently I run a TLC show for The Sims. So that's always fun. But yeah, that's me.
How can you know things?
I cook and I know things exactly.
That's it's what everybody needs. Uh,
Exactly.
Disney, welcome back for the 51st time.
That much? Whoa.
Mhm.
Okay. Hey. Wow.
Or
AKA Disney Sims, AKA Towny Tales. And I am a Sims enthusiast, OG, and can't wait to talk about the new expansion pack.
I love that. Nard, welcome back, my friend. Why don't you tell us a little about yourself?
Second runner-up to the longest interview person that you've had on here. So I just want to try to take that title from Courtney eventually. But yeah, I just do mostly Sims content, a little cringe stuff here and there. Mostly Sims 4 stories and tips and tricks and stuff like that, pretty
I
much
love
it.
that. And you're coming back. This is your 39th time.
39.
39th.
Wow. I thought it was more like 45, 46.
Damn, you're
39.
behind. You're
I
behind.
had
Yeah.
to there might be special packages coming to all of your door. Not everybody listening to this, but everybody on this call.
Oh, okay.
All right, Oprah. Shit.
Right. I know, right?
You get season 3 merch. You
Mhm.
get season 3 merch. You get season
Mhm.
3 merch. Just kidding. I don't have that much money. Anyways, as I started at the top of this podcast, I've been really kind of a little out of the Sims loop the last little bit. So, Gons and Nard and Disney, take this away. Talk to me about this expansion pack. Sell it to me. I want to know why I need it.
Toss
Tinder.
on. You're not
Tinder.
sold yet?
Oh well,
Tinder.
obviously the heart shape bet has already sold me, but that's the unrealistic side of me. That is like I'll just spend $80 to get that
Mhm.
bed for nostalgia purposes. But I need to know, what is the world? What are the cool features we got? What are the new townies? What is the cast like? What is the build like?
Yeah, honestly, just like I was saying, I think the most revolutionary thing about this pack is the Cupid's Corner, which is basically Tinder for The Sims. Which I really wish they would have just called it Simder. They really missed out on that one, but whatever. But it's basically taken away the need for you to have to like go randomly around the town to meet people, and you quite literally just have to open your app and you can select people to go on a date with. It is absolutely phenomenal for challenges, and I have found it so much fun, and it's random. The other day I was actually playing Stassi and I got Vlad wearing like pink earrings and a rocker grunge outfit. Don't tell me how that happened. That wasn't even like a gallery thing. It was just Vlad rocking his Michael Jackson era for no goddamn good reason. And I was just like, all right, that's dope. But yeah, it uses your character's likes and interests, and it kind of pulls in people that might be of interest to you, and you're able to go on dates. That's like one of the probably the biggest main features. Following that, of course, is actually the entire dating system has been completely uplifted. So rather than just going on a date and sitting around, your dates are now a lot more like events within The Sims where you have to accomplish certain actions. Um, when you choose a date, you can choose an actual like a setting, and you could choose what your objectives are, and your objectives determine what you do in the actual date. So for example, the example I gave in one of my videos is that if you wanted to Netflix and chill, you would literally click like physical touch, woohoo, and watch TV, and then you could just Netflix and chill, like just like the just a Netflix and chill date. It's the perfect situation, and you can make a whole bunch of combinations like that, and it's really good. It it's I would say it's been the most fun thing for me. I don't know, Nard. I don't know how you what you've been enjoying about it the most, but that's been the most fun thing for me.
Yeah, I agree. And I want to piggyback off what Gon said too. It almost reminds me of how my wedding stories
Yeah.
is set up in regards to how the events are, which is
Mhm.
pretty cool because you can, like, Gon's mentioned, is you can select parameters around each date. So if you wanted to, like, specifically woohoo, romantically have conversations, have food, have drinks, stuff like that, you can set those parameters. And then what's also cool is you can, what you're not allowed to do on normal dates now with the base game, you can also change up on the date. You can extend the dates. You can actually be like, all right, well, let's check out this venue, but let's go, like, maybe meet up and go to another venue. So I think being able to be a little bit more flexible and have a little bit more freedom with your date is pretty cool. And I just love that element. I love the online dating element. I had Father Winter pop up in my
Me
games now
too.
that, yeah, right. Now that I have all my packs, it's like I'm like Father Winter is like popping up in like all my freaking dating web apps or whatever. So I think that's funny just seeing like the typical Sims you normally play with, but now that we got this new online dating feature, it's just funny to see like these random Sims that we always play with pop up on the dating app. They need a date
Exactly.
too, right?
No, exactly. And it's to me, I think the randomness is funny, but it's also a little frustrating because you can only refresh every 12 in-game hours. So if you don't like your picks, you're just kind of stuck, which I think is disappointing. I'm sure there'll be a mod out there to fix that, but like that's the only real downside. The world is great. Court. So what's the name of the world?
I hate you. I can't believe it. No, I am not pronouncing it. My Canadian ass will please be
Baby,
my
I'm
guest.
I'm here with you too. I'm like, I looked at the world name as I was Googling. I was like, I don't have a fucking shot in hell to say this correctly. Gons, how do you say this world's name correctly?
It is Ciudad Enamorada. It means city in love. It's a very all of the names of the entire city are really kind of tongue in cheek and very descriptive. The city of Ciudad Enamorada is actually based on Mexico. And it is probably one of the most interesting worlds we receive because it has a little bit of everything. So there's a section called Nueva Corazon, which is New Heart, which is basically like San Myshuno, where it's just like a bunch of high-rise cities, and there's like little like food stands everywhere, and there's like it has that little city feeling, right? Then there is Plaza Mariposa, which is a butterfly plaza or butterfly park, where it's just lush green lakes, pretty gardens to walk around, all very kind of very like rich, kind of nice look. And then you have Vista Hermosa, which is funny because it's an actual Easter egg because Vista Hermosa means pleasant view. Okay, so for you Sims 2 fans,
Oh,
there you go. That's what that means. But yeah, but Vista Hermosa is more like your like rural, like kind of like kind of. They're the nicest way to say it. It's kind of like a urban area, like very kind of worn down, very cars everywhere, shoddy buildings or whatever, but still it has that flavor of Mexico. So very, very diverse world that I've really enjoyed playing in.
In that neighborhood, I feel like you wouldn't want to, like, maybe not be
Yeah,
there at night, especially by the
exactly.
hotel. Hotel
Exactly.
looks a little sketch. Yeah,
Exactly. You
yeah,
don't
it's,
want to. You don't want to. You don't want to be out there too much because
yeah.
you might end up in a bad situation. Um, I think one of my biggest complaints. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but there is no town, no lot in that town, in that world that you can default into with the new sim. Nothing is affordable. The
Oh,
only
Mm.
the
really?
only place, yeah. So there are two lots called Calle de Ensueño, which means field of dreams, and Caminito del Deseo, which is the little wish path, and those are just empty lots. So you can afford those, right? They're like 8,000 simoleons or something like that. But all the other lots are just far too expensive. They're 19,000 more simoleons, which you only get. What is it, guys? This is like 18,500
25, I
simoleons.
think.
25.
Are okay? Was it 25? Okay, got it. I wasn't
Still
able to see
expensive
that, but
though.
yeah, it's really expensive. I wasn't able to move my characters around, but otherwise, it's yeah, it's pretty fantastic. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, they're
I would
definitely not starter homes for sure. Sorry,
Yeah,
Court.
yeah.
No problem. I was gonna say I did find the new world a little tiny, but where they lost me on that, they more than made up for with the new cast and build and buy items. There's
Mm,
so many
Yeah.
exciting things. I love the new wallpapers. They have like
mm,
leopard print and everything,
yeah.
and it's oh so cheesy. And they have like starry things that you can put on the walls and the ceilings. It's so gorgeous. Danielle Builds did a
I
really
saw
good
that one.
job showing off the different items there. And
Yeah.
it was so exciting. I really liked how EA gave all of the creators early access. And like
Mm.
I feel like that was such a smart idea because they're hyping people up for these packs in advance. And like, yeah, watching Danielle and Juby and
Mhm.
Koki get to show those things off and other great builders was awesome. And then seeing Nard and Gonz's dating.
Oh yeah. We got to follow up
I
on that one.
We do, we really do. I remember I had this idea when I saw this. I was like, I want to make a Love on the Spectrum like spoof, right? So
Mhm.
Love on the Spectrum is a TV show on Netflix that is about individuals with autism or on the autism spectrum who are trying to find love. And this is this very specific style, right? Where you have these incredibly endearing individuals who are legitimately just trying to find love, but they have quirks that make it a little difficult for them to do so, right? So I was making that video and I thought, man, this would be just such a great idea if I did this with like Nard and we did it different ways and we released it and I think it was so funny and I think we should keep doing that. I like the idea of like continuing like that chronological episode where I'm very intently interested in making deep connections and Nard just wants to woohoo with anything that breathes. So I thought
Yeah.
that was very funny.
And then and I think with the follow up, it's just gonna be like my consequences for wanting to woohoo and smash everybody respectfully.
We'll find a
I think
cat thing.
I think what Court was saying about the Kaz items is 100%. I remember saying this, but when Urban Homage came out a couple of weeks ago, it was weeks, right? My time dilation
Might be
is crazy,
months
right?
now
I
at
think
this
it's
Has
like
it
a
point.
been months
month.
now? It's been like
Yeah.
a month. Okay. When Urban Homage came out, I remember saying to my Twitch chat that it was a Kaz pack that had been a lot more daring with its clothing than we had ever seen in The Sims before. Like there was like a lot of like cleavage showing, midriff, like showing off butt like pants and stuff like that. And I thought like it was great, but like I was surprised because they had never really gone that far. And then Lovestruck was like, nah, let's take it to 11.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
there like there
Yeah.
are there are some Kaz items where I'm like, okay, so you're an escort. Like you're an escort. That's what it is. Like you're an escort. Like that's effectively what you are, right? That's what you because it is. There's one outfit that I could have sworn I've seen in a strip club before. It's literally like a thong bikini and then like a fishnet dress over it. Stassi, like I can't even explain to you like how
Yeah.
incredibly ridiculous that is.
It's
But
great. I love it.
Also, to
Oh,
segue that into the
it's
build
great.
item, they
yeah.
literally have a puck chair in there
They
too.
do. They'd have the cuck chair. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Nice.
So for the listeners who aren't aware of that, okay, this is kind of a southern thing, but I know it's for everywhere else. But in southern, like specifically southern states in America, we would often have a chair that sat inside of a bedroom, and it was called like the auxiliary chair. It was meant to be the chair that you just sat in to like read a book or something like that, but it has become known in the BDSM community as the cuck chair, where an individual would sit and watch as his partner was railed by someone else. And it's in the game now, so it's canon, it's official. So we need to just respect that and just use that moving forward. That's what I'm gonna
I
call
love it so much. There's even like a little tickles that you can like
it.
handcuff to. It's so descriptive. It's so perfect.
I love those end of window little like we see you out there BDSM.
Honestly, the other feature, Stassi, about the expansion, and I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, so I think I'm gonna lose followers for this one. Okay, The sexy dances are ridiculous, and I wish that they weren't in the game. I'm sure that you've seen them, okay? But they are absurd. Like they are just funny. Like
They are peacocking at their finest.
I
What?
don't. Okay, listen. I don't know what their intentions were, but I don't think a human can move like that. Like
Oh hell
it
no.
is the movement and like and I say this with peace and love specifically for like the characters who are more overweight. We can't do that, guys. I'm a big guy. I can do
You
a lot of
not.
things,
You don't know what
but
I
I
can
can't.
do.
I can't move like that. But honestly, it's absurd. I get that it's campy and it's cute and everything, but I think it's just a little bit distracting. Like as soon as it happens, you're like, what the hell? You know what I mean? Like everything stops around you to just watch that madness.
Laddie daddy.
Laddie daddy, exactly. Oh my goodness. There's also there is also a sex hotel, Stassi. I don't know if you heard about that.
Woohoo motel.
Woohoo.
The Woohoo Motel. I
Yes.
have not heard about this.
Yeah, it's officially called the Love Motel, and again, you know me, I like to bring history to everything, even to sex. So in Asian countries and also South American countries, we have the concept of love motels, which is effectively like a place to safely go
Mhm.
for a one night stand. You know, you might not have a nice place, or you might be living with like 15 other people in your home, and you just want a place to get down and dirty. It's called a love motel, and there is one inside of the game. Now, here's the funny thing, all right? And I'm not technically breaking any NDAs here because the embargo's over. Uh, Myself and Nard, we actually got like a secret like little live stream of the expansion. And when they showed the Love Motel, I saw so many creators who were like, I'm gonna debug that hotel into every single lot that I have. Like, and everyone was in love with that damn Love Hotel. Like, they're just gonna put it everywhere. So we need more of those, please, EA, if you're listening.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, I was already sold to begin with, as I told you at the top of this. Was
Mhm.
already planning on buying it because it has my bed. I've had
Yes,
so many
yes.
people reach
Mhm.
out to me being like, "That's yeah. Like my DMs have been insane. I love you guys. I am getting it. I just haven't gotten it currently. I am getting it. But I'm so excited for this pack. What I'm actually most excited for, and it's something I've been complaining about in The Sims
Mhm.
for so long, it's The Sims 4 has always felt very childish.
Yes.
It's kind of missing that adultness because who
Mhm.
plays The Sims now? It's fucking adults. It's 18 to 35 year olds. It ain't
Yep.
children. Children playing
Yep.
Fortnite or whatever
Yep.
the fuck little things do. So they're not watching The Sim. They're not doing this stuff. So I was like,
Correct.
I wanted this. Now I have to ask, Gons, me and you did a podcast literally dedicated to Wicked
Mhm.
Whims.
Yes.
Where do your thoughts
Yes.
stand for Wicked Whims and this pack?
Yeah, so that's been a tough question that we've been discussing internally here for a little bit. I was actually going to reach out to Turbo Driver. He went on vacation like right before this expansion came out. So Wicked Whims is just broken, by the way. People are suffering and they can't do anything about it. But yeah, so this expansion brought about a lot of things that Wicked Whims did, and a couple of other things did. Obviously, not in such an explicit way. So the first one is polyamory. So polyamory is officially an aspect of the game. You can romance multiple partners, and there's actually an aspiration in order to romance multiple partners at the exact same time, right? Along with the concept of romantic boundaries. So now when you create a sim in Kaz, you actually have like, you know, where you would check your sexual preferences and stuff like that. Now there's a section called romantic boundaries where you would specify whether you would get jealous if your partner flirted with someone else, if they performed sexual actions with another person, or if they actually performed woohoo. And the best part is that there's actually another option that says, "Can you talk it out?" Which is funny because I would never, like, if you wronged me, you're dead to me. So I love that I could just be like, you cannot talk out of it. If I'm offended forever. But I think they added that so like people who feel like they might have been gaslit in previous relationships don't feel like they can be gaslit again, at least while they're playing The Sims or whatever. But yeah, polyamory is now there. Like free love, if you will, is now an aspect. The other thing that they added that's kind of a big change is the romance concept in the game itself. You actually can have dates that are just for the purposes of woohoo. So I was actually on stream yesterday and I invited someone to my house for the very first time and I selected woohoo as an activity and I went from saying hi to woohoo in about 2 minutes. Like it was instantaneous, right?
Mhm.
So you actually have the ability to do that a lot quicker. So that aspect of Wicked Whims obviously is because Wicked Whims had polyamory, had free love, all that concept that was all in it. But obviously, what the game still doesn't have is just graphic sex, right?
Yeah.
So Wicked Whims is still going to have that option available to it, and people are still going to use it. But I think a lot of people who have base game will be able to enjoy some of the other sexual aspects of the game a little bit more. So I'm excited for that as well.
I'm
And I
ex-
also like, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I don't know if this is right, but I noticed when you do decide to do like woohoo
Hmm.
and stuff with partners
Hmm.
and they don't have a romance relationship, it
Yep.
doesn't actually increase their romance. They can woohoo without any impact on their
Exactly.
romance meter too, which I
Hmm.
thought was cool. I don't know if that's gonna be part of base game as well, but I
Yes.
noticed that when I was playing the game before I downloaded the most current one or whatever so I can
Yeah.
test it out with my other packs. But yeah, I thought that was cool too.
Mhm.
Just being able to woohoo and stuff without the romance, level increasing and stuff
Exactly.
like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is going to
Go
be a
ahead.
big game. Sorry, this is going to be a big game changer then for
Hmm.
100 baby challenges.
Yes.
It's going to make
Yes.
life a
Yes.
little bit easier
Yeah.
to
I was
have
Oh
actually,
100
yeah.
yeah,
babies.
I've been doing that nonstop, and it's now great because you can continue to focus on your babies and just open up Cupid's corner every once in a while. Choose someone to come over, do your thing, smash and pass, and just get back to it. Absolutely, it changes
Hmm.
it completely. I bet you the rules are going to be rewritten.
Yeah,
I
they
bet you
have to
anything.
because it's too easy now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
200 babies.
Oh my God, don't even.
oh yeah.
Four matriarchs, 200
Yeah.
babies.
I
These
can't
guys
even
are
have
both
four.
doing the 100 baby challenge right
Yeah.
now.
Oh my goodness.
No, but it's honestly it's a fantastic expansion. There's been a lot of criticism though on it. Specifically, people feel like it should have been a game pack because everything that we've talked about so far, a lot of it's base game, right? The changes to Kaz to being able to like copy and move your certain Kaz settings to other outfits, which is incredible.
And
You know.
eyelashes.
And
Yeah, and
eyelashes.
eyelashes. Yeah,
Oh,
exactly. And then the relationship panel update, that's base game. How relationships are handled. A lot of that is base game, and what's actually the pack is the world, the Kaz and build by items, and Cupid's Corner. That's really everything that the pack is. So a lot of people have argued that it should have just been a game pack instead of an expansion. Um, and I guess, from my end, I would say that I bet you that this entire everything that we've just talked about, I bet you anything that it was originally all part of the expansion. But Sims probably made the decision that they probably knew that a lot of this probably had to go as a base game so that people wouldn't complain that such a massive change was gate kept behind an expansion pack, you know?
Yeah.
Um, so I think that's honestly what it is. But I can see where they're coming from. I mean, I think that the vibrating bed should have had its own woohoo, and it doesn't. It's just a basic ass bed that vibrates, but we can't have a
Robbed.
perfect world.
I thought the romantic dynamics though was part of the
Yes.
expansion pack because you won't be able to get that portion
Correct.
with base game,
Correct. That's right.
which
Yes.
in retrospect, I guess expands the
Hmm.
game that is not avoidable, but you can't really, avoid. So I think that's what makes the game, the expansion pack an expansion pack because
Hmm.
of that, I guess that element. But yeah, then you get the world, like you said, and you
Hmm.
also get all the cast and the build by items and stuff. But I think that what separates it from being a game pack is just that fact that it does have that expanded dynamics that obviously you wouldn't be able to bypass, you know, So that's my only thing about it. When people say, "Oh, it should be game pack," well, game packs don't enhance or don't expand the game to the point where it's avoidable. Like for example, I can have Realm of Magic, and I don't necessarily was ever see that in my game until I'm like actively involved with the Magic pack. Same with like vampires, minus sometimes Vlad will show up at my door every once in a while. But yeah, but all the other game packs, I feel like I never see other than Parenthood, which I think Parenthood could have potentially been an expansion pack if they really wanted to expand on maybe including it with a world or adding more family dynamics to it, which they did with growing together. But that's just my little 2 cents on that part. But
Has anyone ever played Realm of Magic without the express purposes of pretending to be in Hogwarts, just asking for a friend? Because I know I haven't. All I
have
ever do
not.
is pretend. All I ever do is pretend I'm
yeah,
in Hogwarts. That's the express reason I use that pack.
I
Honestly,
just use it to respectfully woohoo the Charm family.
Minerva.
respectfully. Minerva, goodness gracious, I didn't know you like it like that, Nard. But all right, I see you.
Actually, Nard discovered something we were talking about. I can't remember if it was today or yesterday. That they've changed in base game. It doesn't say husband or wife anymore. It says
Yes.
partner.
Yes, they removed
Oh.
the gender specifics. And
Yeah.
also thank you for reminding me, Court. There's also you also have dynamic labels. So you can actually label
Yeah.
your relationship specifically whatever you want it. So if you want it to be your situationship, it can be a situationship, which I thought was really, really funny.
Or F buddies. That's
Or
what I
F
got
buddies,
mine
yeah,
in.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's what you got yours.
Yeah.
Woohoo, buddy.
Well, woohoo buddies,
Yeah.
but as a joke, I sent that to my Discord family, and I was like F buddies, and they were like dying laughing. But I would never post that to Twitter. But yeah.
Oh goodness. No, but yeah, it's
I want to. Okay,
no, go ahead, go ahead.
I just want to mention one thing, Stassi, about the vibrating bed is I noticed one thing of gameplay is if someone's sleeping in it and someone else go on and turn the vibration on, it'll wake the other sim up and they'll get a moolet, which is crazy. Why did you wake me up? Yeah, so it's kind of cool. They threw in some little fun little gameplay interactions there too.
And Death by Heartbreak. That's the
Yes.
new
Haven't seen
one.
it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't love, you just woohoo. You're not a player, you just woohoo a
That's
lot,
true.
bro.
That's true. I need to step. I need to change. I need to change my ways. I need to actually make relationships, and then what I should do is I should start a relationship, woohoo, then break
Exactly.
up. There we go.
Exactly.
Okay. I've been playing wrong this whole time.
Exactly. But yeah,
Really about.
yeah, the death by heartbreak is sad. You basically if you I don't think it's triggered by just breaking up. It's triggered by seeing your partner cheat or something like that. I forget the exact specifics of it, but it's sad. You just literally clutch your heart crying and you fall to the floor dead.
Oh, I
I'm
thought this
trying
was
to.
like the Notebook style of like one dies, the other
No,
dies of a
no,
broken
no, no,
heart.
no, no, no,
Mm-mm.
no, 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 no. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think it's an elder death. I don't think it's an elder
No,
death.
I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get
Mhm.
there. I heard
Yeah.
there was a weird one. I heard like somebody on my in my comments
Mhm.
mentioned that there's a death by choking, but I don't like choking on food, but that's kind of bizarre. I don't think
Oh, I thought we were going. Never
Oh,
mind.
yeah,
not
Yeah, I thought the
not
same. I'm
that.
like,
Yeah. No,
wow.
no,
hell yeah.
no.
Yay, holy
Yeah.
shit.
No, that's too much. That's too much. Maybe if
I mean,
this was like
depends on who you ask.
right, that's true. But yeah. I'm investigating the deaths. I'm gonna try to I want to be the first to find it.
On it.
Mhm.
Yeah, the townies in the game or sorry, in the world, there's actually a limited number. I think there's three families. There is the Nadirs, where they're basically like high school lovers who work at a flower store. Like there's nothing really that important about them. Supposedly Valentina of that family is like the matchmaker of Ciudad Enamorada. Um, but aside from that, they're just kind of cheesy, if I'm being honest. There's nothing too much interesting about them. The Lopez's are probably the most interesting family. Those are actually the ones that you saw in the trailer. specifically doing that horrible freaking dance throughout it.
Monica.
Yeah, Monica Lopez. But
Oh,
yeah,
Monica.
so Monica's ex-husband basically left their family to according to the game, competitive lawn gnome sculpting.
Mm.
So don't explain
Yeah.
that. She got dumped, and she has two children, adult children, who she's raising by herself, but she's looking for love, which I love. That I love the representation of that.
What are the
Um,
names?
the names of them?
Yeah.
Is that what you said? Okay, got it. So there's Carlos and Luz Lopez, which
Nice.
are they're interesting. The Carlos actually looks like Lin-Manuel Miranda a little bit, which I love from like In the Heights. So like that's fun. I don't think that was an actual reference, but I liked it a lot. The final family is actually the dynamic daters. It's just basically forced. Again, this is the individual that you saw in the trailer, Manuel Aguilar. He's just the hottest himbo in Ciudad de Enamorada.
The Don Lothario competition right there.
Exactly. Exactly correct. He's actually the poly sim in the game, but yeah, they're just a bunch of people getting together, looking for love. Nothing too interesting about that. Again, surprising that that there wasn't like a little bit deeper lore. I don't think this particular expansion pack was about lore. I think it was just about like the romantic entanglement. Um, Surprising, but I'm continuing to look. There are a couple of little rabbit holes and stuff in Ciudad Enamorada, so I keep looking. But all around, I'm enjoying it.
At the park, Gons, have you
Yeah.
seen, or Court, have you seen the sad bear? That's like the broken heart bear by the pond, by the fountain. I don't
I
know if y'all
haven't.
No.
seen.
No, I
Okay, yeah,
haven't.
go by there, and if you see like a blue, it's like a blue bear, and
Uh,
you can actually interact with it. You can ask it why it's sad, and you can like ask different questions on like romance and dynamics and stuff, and they'll like respond to you and stuff. It's
mhm,
really cool. And then you can also drop in a coin or whatever to wish unhappiness on somebody or
mm,
happiness. I thought that was pretty cool. It might be some bad karma there, so I've been experimenting with that to see if that could help increase
mm.
the likelihood of someone maybe being unalive. But I'm still investigating. But but yeah, and you can also steal from the fountain, so it's pretty
Yes,
cool.
yes, you
And you
can.
can swim
Yes,
at
you
the
can.
lake. I just found out that you can swim at the lake too.
Yeah, for sure. You can skinny dip in there. That's the
Mhm.
only way to do it. But
Facts.
I think one of the selling points for me for this expansion more than anything else, honestly, and I'm about to out myself as cheesy, um, but this expansion introduced proper cuddling. Like you can actually like hold your sim in bed. You can hold each other while sitting down on the couch and stuff like that, and it's very intimate. It's very sweet. Um, so I think that really was a big change that I really enjoyed a lot because I like seeing that. I feel like sometimes with the Sims, it's like you're just with like a roomie who you have sex with every once in a while.
Mm.
Which if that's your thing, by all means, but that's how it feels like. You don't actually see affection in your
Yeah.
Sims hardly ever when you're playing. So I thought that was a huge change that I really appreciated. I know Nard doesn't care about cuddling and stuff, but I'm
Yeah,
I'm
you
a
know.
I'm a cuddler. I wish
Well,
you'd
actually,
listen and cuddle more often.
actually, what's funny is I like because you can cuddle with Movie Hangout when you're watching a movie,
Yes,
but I
yes.
like that with these cuddle interactions, they cuddle a little bit longer too. So it doesn't
Correct,
feel like
correct,
it's a quick little 30-second jam. It's more like
correct.
I gotta hit the stop cuddling because you're cuddling too long. That's how long it's taking. All right, you're done. All right, let me cut you. I gotta cut you short, but yeah. So I think a lot of players are gonna like that, where they can literally let their sim like gaze at the stars or just sit there and cuddle in the grass. I wish you could kind of use the picnic space as a group though. I that's the only
Mhm.
disappointment that I had is just you can only have a picnic with two people.
Well, because you
But
Yeah.
other,
woohoo on the picnic table. That's the whole purpose of the picnic table is to woohoo.
yeah, yeah, that's
Can't
true. I mean
woohoo
the
with multiple
blankets.
people.
Yeah. I mean the blankets. I mean the blankets. But I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
Turbo Driver is on that though, so we're good. Yeah, he's on it. He's on it.
Yeah.
Speaking of insanely romantic, you can shag on the rug too.
Oh
The bear.
yeah, yeah,
Oh my
yeah, yeah, yeah.
god.
A little bear rub.
Yeah, you roll up in a little burrito. It's really
Mhm.
cute.
That's cute.
The world's
Yeah.
beautiful though. I'm really happy with that. It reminds me a little bit. I know it's very it does remind me a little bit of Southern California too, just because
Mhm.
like you do have like the San Myshuno vibes with the city skylines, but then right outside the city you do have residential spots with parks, lakes, and places to hike and stuff like that. So to me, it also feels a little bit like home because I'm literally like 20 minutes from the border. So I kind of see a lot of this culture just here in San Diego. So it's really cool to and I've been asking some of my Mexican friends too. That's actually I have a friend that his girlfriend's from Mexico City and she was able to kind of confirm that yeah, a lot of the architecture and the colors
Mhm.
actually kind of fit the vibe. So it's pretty cool to see other people, you know, actually being like, yeah, that's actually pretty a real legit layout of the cities and stuff. So
Yeah,
yeah.
it's very true. I like it a
Mm.
lot. I like the murals and everything that I really, and I can't believe we're now like 45, 50 minutes into this and we haven't talked about the axolotls. Stassi, they have
Mhm.
axolotls. Do you know what an axolotl is?
Hold on. As I quickly go, what is an axolotl? Okay, what is?
There's some
It is
Minecraft stuff.
it's a magical creature. All right. It is basically a pink lizard that instantly regenerates. It doesn't instantly regenerate, but like you cut off a limb and it just grows it back. It's the most adorable thing in the world. If your listeners don't know what an axolotl is, it's the most adorable fucking thing in the world. Like it is quite literally the cutest creature in the world, and you can have one. And it's just this it's just the cutest little thing. I love it so much.
So
I'm just
what?
so you don't know what it is, Stassi.
I don't. I
Good.
don't.
All
I
right,
don't know
good.
what it was.
Good.
I was
Good.
like, I'm like either Gons is lying or
Yeah.
No,
like.
no.
Good.
It's
Good.
honest to God. It is an actual. Hold on, I'm gonna put it on my screen so that you can see it.
Okay.
Hold
I
on,
was
let
like,
me.
is this a trick? Is this a drag?
Mhm.
It is. It's literally a little fantasy dragon. Like it's just the cutest little creature that's ever existed. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, chat. My chat had to teach me how to say it. It's
Really,
like you don't know what an
axolotl?
axolotl is. I'm like, I don't know what that is. Like everybody kept saying it in chat. I kept avoiding trying to even have a conversation about it. And then they were like, "Look at the axolotls," and I'm like over here saying, "Axel what?" And yeah, it was the
I'm like,
worst.
is this one of the is one of Rhaenyra's dragons in like House of the Dragon? Like I
It's a
don't fucking
Minecraft
know.
thing, right? Isn't it a
Yeah.
No,
Minecraft or
no,
something?
it is in Minecraft, but it's an actual creature. It's a for real animal. Did you think it was okay? Nard, I need you to tell me. Did you think it was a fake animal?
No, I didn't think it was a fake animal because someone just like you showed me. But then what really got me was someone was like, "No, these are mine. This is from Minecraft. That's why I
No,
know about it." And I'm
no,
like, "Oh,
no, no,
okay."
no. No, Minecraft does have axolotls, but no, it's not like it's kind of like the narwhal. I thought the narwhal was a fake creature in like
Mm.
Christmas stories. I didn't think there was actually a giant whale with a unicorn horn on its nose. But apparently that's an actual thing that exists in real life, and that gets me fucking nuts. But yeah, it's a real thing. It's a real little creature. It's really cute.
They need some Bigfoots now. That's what we need. We need
Yes.
Bigfoots in the game.
Or
Yeah, some
fairies.
Bigfoots.
Just throwing that out there. Just
Oh
No, we
my
don't
god,
need no
don't start.
fairy.
Don't
Don't
start. Don't
start.
start. Don't start.
Courtney, baby.
I don't
Fairies.
want fairies, but I know they do. I know they do.
I
So
want fairies more
yeah.
than anything else. Like I love them in The Sims 3 and I want to see them again. I think that they would be now. I hope that they do a little bit more with them than I mean they really fucked us with the plant sims in The Sims 4. Like they weren't trying. They gave up on us. They just
Mhm.
dyed your plant sim green and move on. But I like the idea of having a sim that could just become very very small and just kind of fly around and stuff. I think that would be fucking adorable.
Mhm.
But it feels like we got all of the occults in The Sims 4 in one go, and then they just stopped. You know
Yes.
what I mean? Like it was like in like a 2 year span. They were like, let's give them all the occults, and then no, now let's do random stuff like horses. That's what people want.
Yeah, and then
Cars.
when we got horses, it's like you don't really do much with them.
I
No, you don't.
know.
No, you don't. You
You could
don't
have
do
stuck
damn
that
near
with,
anything.
yeah, they could have put horses with cottage living or whatever.
I thought For Rent was one of the most like amazing things that ever came out, and then no one ever talks about it. No one ever uses it. No one's like, oh, I built a hotel for a bunch of people to live in. No one ever uses it. It's too complicated. You know what I mean? Like, it's. I feel like there hasn't been a pack in a while that everyone uses nonstop for everything. You know what I mean? Like I haven't seen that in like a long, like get to work,
Yeah.
everyone uses nonstop. Growing
Hmm.
together, everyone uses nonstop. But there hasn't been anything like that. And I feel like Lovestruck will have that, but they really need like a big show, especially since I think Project Renee is canceled. So we'll see how that goes on.
Allegedly.
Am I
Oh
allowed to say these
no.
things? I don't even.
No, it's online. I was like
Yeah.
Googling, I was like, the Sims 5 still a thing? And I was like, canceled. And I was like, cool.
Okay, let me clarify. I know this is a Lovestruck podcast, but I need to clarify that. I need everyone to listen to me, okay? The Sims 5 isn't canceled, okay? Specifically what they're talking about is that someone posted on LinkedIn who like showed their accolades about what they've done, and they specifically had Sims 5 parentheses PlayStation 5 parentheses canceled. What it implies is whatever PlayStation 5 port of The Sims 5 that they were working on has been canceled. But The Sims 5 has not been canceled, y'all. Don't worry. There's going to be a Sims 5. I'm going to regret saying that. There's going to be a Sims 5, okay? And I'm going to be confident in it. All right? So we're just keep the faith, everybody. Keep the faith. It's going to happen.
I just want to let you
And
know when it gets canceled, I'm going to take that clip and gray it out like a documentary and then smash it out and then be like canceled.
also, it also would just help to just wait to see what the developers are gonna release and talk about in regards to the continuation of the production. Because then maybe if they're like, "Hey, we're gonna put it on hold or we're gonna cancel it," then that's when I feel like it's official. If we're just seeing like little like programming of like it's canceled on PlayStation 5, that doesn't really give us
Yeah,
too much. It could be just some
exactly.
programming project management stuff that we don't really know about.
Exactly.
So that's just my
So Stassi,
opinion.
you want graphic sex in The Sims? Is that my takeaway from what you said? Like that's what you wish was in the game?
Like 30 minutes ago. Just fucking holding that question. Have you been?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
No, I mean, yes, for the storyteller aspect
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
of the game,
Mhm.
it's second to none. You kind of need that. I also
Yeah.
kind of want our console players, our friends who
Mhm.
can't have wicked whims, and they're a storyteller. I want them to actually be able to do the devil's tango correctly. Be like, oh, it's not just a blurred out blowjob. Okay.
I
Talk to
don't
us.
think you can do that in the game now.
Talk
So
to it, absolutely. God,
that's funny.
no, I think you're right. I feel like probably the best way to get around it would actually be if The Sims had like a 18 plus toggle or something. And maybe they wrap that around some kind of like 2FA or something where like you had to like put in a code to confirm from your email or some shit like that, and then that way it could protect the kids, but then you could also have like your adult version of the game if you wanted to. But at the same time, name me one game that has done like explicit sex well. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I would trust the developers to do it. I think I'd much rather, just like Wicked Whims, depend on like independent artists who are really
Yeah.
passionate about this kind of thing that can do stuff like that. Because otherwise, what you're gonna get is just the most awkward shit you can possibly
Yeah.
think of. Like, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. You saw the dance they made. Now imagine the woohoo that the Sims team would make. Like, imagine what would come out of them. I can't even.
I would pay good money to see that, good my friend. It would be so cringy. It would be
Yeah, it would.
amazing.
We are here for the cringe.
The
Exactly. God.
CG animations, I'm outing myself, are equally.
Oh God, absolutely. No, but it's I hear what you're saying though. I mean, having more 18 plus or close to 18 plus content is important, and I think they're kind of getting into that. I think they're realizing where their audience is, Stasi. So, I'll be curious to see where it goes from here.
Honestly, at this
Just like
point, I like HBO. Okay, I like boobs and blood. Okay, don't give me no PG shit where they're like, oh
Right.
bullshit.
Yeah.
it's like scene where you can see like tiggle bitties. You know what I mean, though? Like I feel like it should be okay to be able to see boobs at least.
Right.
That's
Right?
true. That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. But also, to be fair though, to be fair to the Sims team, like I got banned from TikTok for showing a butt of The Sims. Like maybe they're trying to protect their creators from not getting completely freaking screwed by the content system. So I can
Yeah.
understand kind of where, but again, they could make all that kind of stuff toggles. You know what I mean? Like that wouldn't be that big of a deal.
Or you can just
I
movie
could-
magic it and just have like a leaf covering the butt.
can you imagine though if they actually release like an 18 plus update and like in Kaz you could choose like areolas and like nipple colors and like, oh my god, that's too much.
That's called CC, and that's been around for a long time.
Oh gosh, yeah, but it would just, oh, I can't even imagine. Like, hold on, guys, I need to find the perfect nipple. Hold on one second. Just
Oh my god. I do love the eggplant costume and the cat
Oh gosh,
costume and the peach costume. They're so
Woo.
good.
the eggplant costume
Yes.
is ridiculous, and I can't believe
Yeah.
Nard wore one.
Yeah, I wore
That's
one.
crazy.
Whatever gave you that idea, nerd?
Do you have a box of just shit you wear once and then never wear again, bro? Like
Pretty much. I mean, I still got this one right here.
You know what
I
you
got
should
a
do?
Grim.
You should put it on, like maybe when we get off, you should put it on, take a picture, and then send that to Stassi, so that could be the thumbnail of this.
100%.
All right.
If that doesn't make me
No.
an EA creator after this, I don't know what will.
and you should do it like not smiling, just looking like deadpan
Yeah.
in
Looking
front of
sad.
the camera. Yes.
Got it. Got it. You know what? By now, I could probably do a full Sims video of all the like characters, the Plum Bob, not Plum Bob, but the eggplant, the
So
Grim
good.
Reaper.
Costume.
Oh my gosh.
100% you
Oh, I
could.
love it. But yeah, I think I've covered everything in the. Have we missed anything in the expansion that's come out? So far?
I think we got everything. I mean, the romance dynamics, you can work on that. They change throughout
Mhm.
gameplay. They can be steamy at one point, and then they can
Yes.
be damaging where they have to go get counseling. Yeah, I think we covered everything.
Okay, base game, circular pools.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the
God.
dick pools. Everyone's made dick pools. I'm tired of it. I'm sorry, Hip Hip Renee, but everyone's making dick pools. That's all everyone's making. The second we got circular pools, everyone was like, "Let's make dick pools." That's what we all want to make, right? So that's, oh my god, no, but it is nice. It is very nice. I've seen some people do some very creative shit with that, so I'm really happy to see it. There's also the dynamic Nard of wholesome. What,
Mhm.
Stassi? You tell me what do you define as a wholesome relationship?
What me and Jason have?
Elaborate. What's wholesome? What is a wholesome relationship? What does that mean? What is wholesome?
Okay. To me, a wholesome relationship is someone that you are madly in love with and you respect them, and then they respect you, and that you guys put each other on each other's pedestals. The sun rises and sets with both of you, and you're just always in love, and you hang on to each other's last words. You kiss each other goodnight before you go to bed. You hold hands when you're scared. You put your hand on their leg while you're driving. You just have those wholesome moments to remind you of what true love is and that it is out there.
I should play some
You-
romantic music.
Yeah,
for you
you've
while
given
you
me
say all
type
that.
2 diabetes as to how saccharine that was. So thank you for that. Now I need metformin. Also, no one puts their hand on their partner's leg while driving if that doesn't mean to escalate to something. So I'm not sure that that's wholesome, because
What?
that is just distracting. Yeah,
Okay,
for sure.
first- No,
I
absolutely not. I mean, okay, it's literally called, me and Jason literally call it leg. I'll be like, put my hand on his leg. And then there's arm, which is I put my hand on his arm.
You
Well,
have
he's-
Why
commands,
he's driving.
leg, arm.
Yeah, leg. Yeah, it's a further inside joke between us. But yeah,
Mhm.
sometimes if we're having a rough day, I can just sense it. I just like rub his leg, and it's just like I know you're like, I understand that you're suffering, and I am here to support you, even if words cannot convey, or what I can say cannot help in this moment. I am physically here for you, no matter what.
That's adorable. Does that extend to everything? So is there like a butt command, a chest command?
Yeah,
Like,
of
does that
course.
just-
Wait, you don't have no one else has
No,
that?
no, we don't. No,
Well,
no.
welcome to our relationship. I am a weirdo.
Aw, honeymoon
No,
phase, that will go away.
Yeah.
Guys,
Oh,
it's
goodness.
almost been a year. Like that's crazy.
That
oh,
is
since
Aw.
you've been
crazy.
married, yeah.
Mm.
No, wait.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it has almost been a
It's a
year.
year in September. So we are just
Wow.
shy of 2 months.
Nice.
What are you gonna do for your one Annie? For your one Annie?
Honestly, nothing at the time.
Uh-huh.
I will be working an insane amount that week because it's inventory.
Um,
But after
mm.
that, we're gonna take a week off. We'll probably go to Stratford. We'll go to
Okay.
Niagara. You know, see
Mhm.
some plays, eat some good food. So yeah,
Sounds fun. You're gonna have your own little Lovestruck. I like it.
yeah,
Aw.
yeah. Anyways, this whole you asked me what wholesome was. I feel like that was actually for a reason.
No, that's a dynamic, and I'm very curious what people think is wholesome. To me, it sounds boring. Not what you said, just the wholesome. I like the wholesome concept sounds boring. Because if you had the option between wholesome and steamy, why wouldn't you choose steamy
Or
every single
unpredictable.
time? Yeah, exactly. I mean, who wants predictability? Who wants reliability? I mean, honestly,
Why
who
are
wants
you single, Gons? I just don't
I don't understand. Okay, the wholesome aspect is for like the 15-year-olds playing that makes them great lovers, good listeners, and all that, and wholesome. It's when you're in your 30s when you fucking throw shuffle on there, you're like serial killer, might kill you, love you, stalker.
Everyone wants a bad boy and bad girl. Come on, everyone knows that. No one wants reliability. That's what I learned.
I agree with Court. So you are single? How so?
Hey. You know what? I can't be tied down. All right, I can't be tied down. I got too many fires in the oven, if you will.
Look,
Too many fires in the oven.
isn't as like
Ooh.
isn't that literally a Sims trait?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm.
and Gons has it.
Exactly. I have my traits are now love bug, erratic, and also in my little checkbox I have likes. Oh, we didn't talk about that. Holy shit, we didn't talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
turn on and
Turn
turn
offs.
offs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So now you can actually like decide what turns your sim on, and one of the options, I swear to God, is people in a relationship. You literally
Oh,
have
taken.
home wrecker. Yeah.
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 Ashley Madison, you have the ability to be like
Exactly. And I check that box every single time. But really, they have quite literally an option just for that. It's horrible, and I love it so much. They also have
Oh my God.
like you could choose hair color, which I thought was weird.
Yeah.
I thought that like liking someone of a specific hair color was like when you're 14. You know what I mean?
No.
Like, I only date blondes.
That could be something for the teenagers. Don't teenagers get the
I
I
actually
think so.
just updated my sim self and uploaded it to the gallery, and I have a hair color that I am not a fan of.
That's funny.
no, that's
Oh my
definitely
God.
a thing. That is definitely a
I'm
thing.
sorry, Stassi, it's blonde. I can't do it.
We have more
I've-
fun.
I've
I
never dated a blonde. It's on my checklist. Never dated a blonde.
No.
I think I have.
Actually, I have a fun fact that I found out on Nard
Mm.
stream today
Mm.
about the erratic trait. It
Mhm.
used to actually be called the insane trait, and there was a straitjacket emoticon,
I
and then
remember that.
changed it because it was
Yes.
offensive. So now
Yes,
it's
that's right.
erratic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Mhm.
Yep. They're doing everything they can not to offend anybody.
I know.
Yeah.
Times
more
are
power to them.
changing.
Times are definitely changing.
Yeah, but back to the turn-ons. Yeah, there's physical, which is the hair color, fashion, outfit color, and then the personality, the way of life, skills, lifestyle, stuff like that. And then the characteristic traits based on your Sims
Yeah.
likes and dislikes and stuff like that. So your Sim could be like, oh, I only like self-employed Sims or whatever. Or no,
Unemployed Sims. I like.
That is
You
one
might as well
too.
just
That's
call
one
it.
too.
I like projects.
Yeah. They have that too.
No,
That's
I
one
can,
of them too.
I can fix them. I really can.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
That's what,
They
like,
have
half
all
the
the
girls
traits there.
think
It's
on
crazy.
Gonza's stream.
No, absolutely. Like you know what? I should do that. I should make a sim where I choose, like, I play specifically a female character who just chooses the worst kind of man. Like,
Mhm.
just like slob,
Yeah.
unmotivated, unemployed.
Mhm.
Gons, we're doing
Yeah.
the 100 baby challenge right now. Make Gon Zelda only have babies with like deadbeat.
Oh my god, no, I can't even. I can't even. Oh my goodness, that's
Um,
horrible.
Speaking of the likes, I
Mm.
love that they have basically the 5 love languages that you can
Oh
choose
yeah,
from.
Yep.
I'm
they
not
do.
a big fan of gift giving as a
Same,
present, or sorry,
same.
as a present, as a love
Yeah.
language. So I was like immediately no, but yeah, I
Mhm.
loved all the other.
Even
Yeah,
woohoo
absolutely.
can be a turn on or a turn off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's true. That's true. That's disappointing, but yes, that's true.
Mhm.
They have actually, to Stassi, to your point, I forgot to mention this also, but one of the base game changes that they made is that Sims will now more autonomously perform romantic actions. So,
Oh,
like, in my experience, when I would play the game, if I would just like hit play and watch it happen, Sims would almost never like kiss or hold hands or do anything. Even if they had like the highest affection, they would just not do that. Now they do it like super frequently. Like they'll cuddle or they'll kiss or they'll even woohoo autonomously regularly. So I thought that was a huge positive change. That was cool.
Yeah.
cool. Well, guys, I think this is where we should cut this off. I think this has been a good podcast. I think we got to talk a lot about this kit. Oh my god, pack, the expansion pack.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm really excited for this pack. I was telling her I'm hoping to win it. My birthday's right around the corner, so
Mm.
one of those two options. But thank you, Gons, Disney, and Nard for coming here today to talk about the new expansion pack and
Yep.
and get
Yep.
be really excited about it. I'm really excited about it. I was excited as soon as it was announced. A
Mhm.
Hot Date was my favorite expansion pack from The Sims. So the fact that the youth are now getting to experience what we experienced when we were youth, just full circle feelings.
But it
So
can't compare. It can't compare. Hot Date was so much better than Lovestruck. I'm sorry. It's a good try, but Hot Date can never be emulated.
yeah, and so was Vacations and Pets.
That's true.
Yes, I'm well aware. I am on the campaign. We want The Sims remastered. Like
Yeah. I would love to have Sims
I
on
That
here.
would
would
be that would be great.
literally, I'd pay
That'd be
$1,000 for it.
dope.
I would write a check. It will take 6 years to cash with that, but he's good for it. It's just gonna take 6 years. But no,
Right.
that's literally what I want. So I was excited to see that.
Mhm.
Honestly, as soon as I saw the little harp-shaped bed and the thumbnail, I was like, well, fuck. Um,
Here goes $60
I guess
Canadian.
it's a 60 Canadian
Dang.
loot. Right. So, anyways, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you, Gons, Disney,
Of course.
and Nard for coming here today. We'll do a quick round of where we can find everybody. Nard, you go first.
You can find me on all the social platforms at Nard Villain and then Nard Sims on Instagram.
Amazing.
Period.
And
Disney.
he has merch.
Yes,
Oh,
you
and
have
my merch.
Yeah.
Yep. Merch. Plum Bob check.
Disney, where can we find you?
You can find me at the Disney Sims and at Towny Tales.
I love that. Gons, where can we find you?
You can find me everywhere at My Name Is Gons. And remember, and I'm going to plug Nard because he forgot to. Remember to use code Gons or Nard or both
yeah.
whenever
Nard
purchasing
Villain.
apps. Yeah, is it Nard Villain? Okay,
Yeah,
code-
I'm gonna get it changed.
You should have get it changed to Nard. Yeah,
I'm
code
getting it
Nard Villain
changed.
or code Gons, preferably code Gons. Whenever you buy packs on the EA app, it supports us. Please, thank you.
And what's cool, real quick, is we get $2 on the expansion pack. So every pencil check you
Yep.
buy, you use our code, it's $2.
Exactly, $2. That's a coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Part of a
Amazing.
coffee.
I also have to state because this podcast is not sponsored by EA. Please know
Oh, yeah,
that.
damn, my bad. My bad.
Please don't come
Do
for
Stassi
me.
codes too.
I'm not an EA affiliate. That shit won't work.
We'll get you there.
Yeah, we'll get you there.
I don't think so. I don't think they like me, and that's okay.
Really?
Anyway, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm not liked. But anyways, please go support everybody. The only things that I can plug on this podcast is stay tuned for later next month, as I'm thinking like when the fuck is this podcast coming out to when August is. Um, we are going to be, all of us might be on a call to talk about Forever and Always, my upcoming machinima with OMG Sims. So please stay tuned for at the Sims Machinima convention, which will be airing the last weekend in August, as we get to talk about this amazing project that me and OMG Sims have been working on for the last couple years. So I'm very, very, very excited to finally get to start talking about it. So please stay tuned for that. Season 3 is right around the corner. Hang around. We got a lot of bonus episodes coming out the next little bit, so please enjoy. And I love you all. Thank you so much for supporting me while I was off, and all the love I got. I very much appreciate it. And your love is the reason I'm coming back for a third season. So I love you guys. I love my listeners. I love all three of you. Have a great rest of your night, everybody.
Bye
Bye.
bye.